Say hello if you're here. Hi, Penny. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. Happy New Year. Welcome to Mindset Matters, which was originally Mindful Mondays, but we have a new little facelift for 2026, which is so exciting. Hi, Art. Good morning. I'll give it another minute or two, see if anybody else wants to pop on and say hello. So how you guys doing today? Happy New Year. How's everybody been? Hi, Becca. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Bob. Wow, look at all you guys. Happy New Year. We all need a little letting go today, I see, huh? It's a good topic. All right. Hello from Mars, PA. That is north of Pittsburgh. Awesome. Good morning, Becca. That's very cool, Art. Okay, so I've been to Pittsburgh a few times. I've been to your baseball stadium, which is right across, if I remember correctly, right across from Steelers football stadium. So I have been there. Good morning, Penny. Yes, yes, that's awesome. Yeah, it's been a while since I was up in that area. Oh, have a family. I have family up in Sarver. Oh, there we go. Very cool. Hi, Danny. This is great. I love this. Okay. So today, first and foremost, I want to welcome everybody in. I want to wish you Happy New Year. I hope you all rang in the new year with the people that mean the most to you. I know I did, so that was great. Um, And we're going to talk about something today that I think is so relevant. And for me personally, I have to be honest with you, I really need this today. So, the art of letting go is today's little topic. And it is one of those things that I'll tell you, it's really hard to do. But once you start understanding the science behind why we hold on to things, it makes it a little bit easier. So, before we get into any of that, what I'd like to do is ground us in. I want to officially ground us in into our new name, Mindset Matters, and into the new year. So, if you're in a safe space and can do this, I would love it if you could just close your eyes for a minute. I'm going to go off camera. And I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, hold at the top, and I want you to blow and release any pressure, fear, worries out through your mouth. Watch them dissipate and recycle into something beautiful. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top and release through your mouth. One last time, deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top and release through your mouth. I want you to visualize yourself as a tree with roots going deep into the core of the earth. You watch those roots wrap around that beautiful healing white energy and shoot up all the roots to the bottom of your feet, moving all the way up throughout your entire body, balancing out each and every one of your energy centers. and releasing out through the top of your head. You are stable. You are grounded. And you are present. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Release out through your mouth. When you're ready, open your eyes. That felt good. How about you guys? Are we grounded? Are you ready to start letting go of things that no longer serve us? We're not going to bring into 2026. I sure hope so. So, the first topic we're going to talk about is the cost of clinging. Okay. I like to refer to it as the heavy. Okay. The heavy energy that we hold in our energy space. Because remember, we're all energy. Everything we say, do, feel, everything is energy. Okay. We're energetic beings. So, when we cling and hold on to things that we really need to let go of, we end up lowering our energy centers and it prevents us from attracting in the peace, stability, abundance, all the things that we want to try to bring in, right? So I want you to think of your brain like a laptop and that laptop is opened up and has like 50 different tabs opened up, all different challenges and areas of your life, maybe past relationships that you haven't been able to let go of, or you got in an argument with somebody and you just can't get past it, or you're dealing with the trauma of a loss. Every single tab is a different challenge that you are dealing with in your life. And it's also not only filled with challenges from the present and the past, but you're also holding on to things that you don't need to for the future. So you're projecting like a champ. You're sitting there, well, what if? How am I going to handle this? Stuff that's keeping you up at night. And it's just slowing down the processor within your brain, like a laptop. The laptop, when you have too many tabs open, it gets what? It gets heated and the fan goes on, right? And the processor, so everything lags. If you're watching a video, the video lags, right? Well, think of your life right now as one big video. So if you have all of these tabs open, then you're going to be lagging. Your energy is going to be lagging. You're not going to be able to make really good, wise, healthy decisions for yourself because you're sitting there worrying about everything else. So today, we're going to learn how to hit the force quit button and shut that laptop down, close out all the tabs, and start fresh. Restart the laptop and start fresh. Okay. So neuroscience calls this heaviness a cognitive load. And when you have a cognitive load, every bit of stress you cling to leaks your brain's battery. Okay? Because thank you, Becca. Your brain is one big battery. And when it's like the Energizer Bunny, when it keeps going and going and going and everything's working really well, you're on point, you're sharp, you're quick, you don't feel cloudy. But when that battery is drained, think about like all of those Christmas ornaments and lights that you had on for the past, what? I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. Well, if you didn't shut those down at night, those batteries started to distort what was happening to the lights. The lights started to dim and all this, and then eventually the batteries went out and your little ornaments that you had going or your lights that you had on your mantle stop. Well, your brain is the same way. You could only drain it out so much before your mind says, okay, I need a break. So the cognitive load is a real thing. And when you start to feel your body in that stress, you have to find ways to not only identify what's happening, but find ways and tools to release it. Another analogy that I love is the 50-pound suitcase for the 3-day trip, right? So we pack a, I'm actually terrible at this. I do this all the time. So you think about your brain being that suitcase, okay? And you're just packing all this stuff, like stuff you don't need to pack for a 3-day trip. Let's say you're going somewhere warm and you're packing like a winter coat, or you're packing 5 books when you know you're not going to even read one. You're not going to have time. So you just keep putting stuff in there that doesn't need to be in there. That's what's happening within your mind. You're thinking about things. That monkey mind starts. You start thinking about things that you don't need. I pack the whole house when I go on a trip, short or long. Yeah, nah, girl, I know. But I get it, Laura. I do the same exact thing. But when we do that, now we have to carry that suitcase, that heavy suitcase everywhere we go. So we're taking all of that heaviness in our mind and we're just bringing it with us everywhere we go. So, how do we let it go? How do we release this stress and this heaviness? And how do we stop and force quit the laptop? How do we do it? Well, we have to stop what is called the amygdala hack. Okay, the amygdala hack. We have to stop it. Okay, because when we are stressed, our brain is in survival mode. And when we are in survival mode, we are in fight or flight. It's like some tiger is chasing us when really nobody's chasing us, right? So we have to learn how to stop that. And we can't align with our goals when we're trying to survive every single day. When we're in that fight or flight little mentality, you honestly, you cannot survive in any way, shape, or form. So the best way for you to stop this is to look at your to-do list. Start, or even better, make a to-do list. All the things that are heavy in your mind, that the things that you feel like you have to do, and pick one thing that you are doing because you think you should do it. Okay? So I want you to think about your list of things on there, okay, or things that you are worried about. And I want you to think of one thing on that list that you feel you should be worried about or you should be doing. All right. And I want you to visualize yourself hitting the delete button and getting rid of it. Best way to do this is if you have it written on like your notes in your on your phone or on your computer, literally just erase it, delete it. So if, for example, if you had an argument with somebody and it's weighing on you, okay, it's weighing on you terribly, then the best way to handle that is to delete the heaviness that is attached to that circumstance and start to find a solution to help you get to the other side. Okay? Because what happens a lot of times is we get stuck in the weeds of it all, right? We get stuck in the heaviness of the emotions, of the pain, but we don't really play it out till the end to see that there is a solution to the problem. So while you're living in the heaviness, you're in survival mode and you can't start to think logically on the best solution to overcome that specific challenge. So the first step is to hit the delete button and say, okay, that emotion, I need to let go of that emotion. The second step is to start to journal what you are holding on to and what you're feeling. So again, it's still part of the release. So you visualize yourself releasing it and then you talk it through of what you actually have to let go of and what you have to release. And once you start to feel your nervous system settle, then you could start working on the solution. So if this is the issue, how do I get to the next step? What do I need to do? How do I need to fix the issue that is in front of me? So finding a logical way to resolve something, and sometimes it's just a matter of acceptance. So if it is an argument or if it is something that you're challenged with, sometimes it's a matter of saying, I have to just let it go. I have to release it and not try to find a way to fix it, right? Or it could be something that easily can be fixed. A real life experience for me is, I have situations with family members that it wears me down and I don't want to do them. And, so I eliminate the emotion that goes alongside with it. For example, like, okay, I have to yet again go to the bank with my mother because she messed up her checking account and I am, her power of attorney. Okay. So that means now I have to release the emotion and the anger and the frustration that I feel attached to this. And I just have to go into work mode and say, okay, it'll take me 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get this situation resolved. I just have to do it. And then once you do it, you feel so much better. But we spend so much time worrying about things and holding on to the emotion of things that we don't get to the solution piece of it in time. So anybody ever feel this way? Where you feel like you hold on to stuff so tightly, but then once you lessen and let go of that grip or hit the delete button, you realize that the solution wasn't quite as difficult or getting to the other side of it wasn't quite as hard as you thought it was initially. Anybody? So often, right? So sometimes we hold on to it so tightly because we think that that's the right thing to do, but it's not, because that emotion really, really messes with your nervous system and it creates your brain to go into monkey mind. And once you're in monkey mind, once your brain is going in 25 million directions, then you start projecting, right? Often you're done, you realize it wasn't that bad, and why didn't I do it sooner? Yes, Art. I can't tell you how many times. Or paperwork. Like sometimes, like I'm an entrepreneur. There's always something like paperwork wise that I have to do, right? And there's times where I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. And I spend more time frustrated over the fact that I don't want to do it than once I get over that and I hit the delete button of the emotion and I actually start to do it. I'm like, oh, that literally took me 5 minutes. I don't know what I was so stressed over. It's what the games that we play within our mind, the cognitive load. And once we learn to lessen that load, then we can get to the other side of it so much faster and so much easier. So the lesson and the takeaway for today is truly to find a way to delete the emotion and get to the solution. To not hold on to or project what it can be or what it's going to entail or say how difficult it's going to be when truly you're not even ready to be in that space yet because you haven't let go of the emotion of it all. So it's just a matter of literally allowing yourself to go through the process. And there are very specific steps. And visualization works exceptionally well. Because when you visualize yourself letting go of something or hitting the delete button and you sit within the emotions and you take pen to paper and you write down how you feel, you start to feel this emotional lift, huge lift. And then you could get to the solution so much faster. So that is my take. That is my gift to you guys today. And my ask is that when you have a problem, think of one thing today that you could let go of and find yourself on the journey to the solution. That would be incredible. One thing. And then come back to me and tell me how you feel. So within my community, within the DMR method community, we are doing something called Become the Match, and it's a 10-day stepped process. And each day we are learning how to handle specific problems so that we can release what no longer is meant to be there, and then we can get to the solution and we can get to what we truly desire. So if you are interested in learning more about that. And there's some of the girls that are in here right now are actually in my community. Hi, ladies. And they are doing this 10-day challenge along with me because I am doing it as well because I don't just, speak it and just preach it. I actually do it. So I am going to send you. Yeah, it's an amazing community. It's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna send you this. And there's also amazing instructors on Fuel that you can listen to that have awesome tools. Awesome tools. I know Allie and John Murphy are some of the other co-hosts for Mindset Matters, and they are phenomenal and have great tools and things for you to learn along with the other instructors on Fuel. So definitely take advantage of that. We're all here to help you. All right. So before I get into our final meditation for today, does anybody have a takeaway or anything that they would like to share? I hope this was helpful. It seems so easy, but in retrospect, we make it a lot harder than it needs to be. Because again, we allow our minds to do that. So if anybody has anything, any comments or anything that they would like to share, this is the time. Just do it. I love it. So helpful. Didn't really understand projection before. Oh, Rachel, that makes me happy. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. And if you ever need anything, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to walk through some other things with you. Any of you, just reach out. You know how to get in touch with me. I think I can hold on to a lot of things here. Let's make sure that you guys have my email. So let me do that. I'm going to put that in here, Danielle at dmrsociety.com. So now you guys have this. All right. So just all you have to do is send me an email and I will be happy to help you with anything that you need. Okay. So I always like to close our time together with a guided meditation. Um, and I put this together for us, and it really is very relevant to what we are talking about today and letting go. So what we did in the beginning is we got grounded, right? Stabilized, grounded into that beautiful energy, Mother Earth energy. And now we are going to take the lessons that we learned today and we are going to seal them with this meditation. So I'm going to go off camera. And if you are in a place where you can meditate, that would be absolutely amazing. And if you can't, then just watch it later on. All right. So I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment at the top. And now exhale with a long, slow sigh through your mouth. Again, inhale deeply. And as you exhale, feel your jaw unclench. Feel the space between your eyebrows soften. There is nowhere else you need to be, and nothing else you need to do but breathe. I want you to imagine that all your shoulds, the noise and the pressure of the last week, are a heavy black mist clinging to your shoulders. It feels heavy, dense, cold, It's the weight of expectations, and most of them aren't even yours. I want you to acknowledge that feeling. And then release it as it is not a part of you. It's just something you've been wearing, like a coat. So visualize yourself unbuttoning that heavy, unnecessary coat and taking it off. Now that the coat has been removed and that energy is off, deep in your center, I want you to visualize a tiny spark of vibrant, beautiful red light. This is your grounding core. This is your life force. It's warm, it's steady, but most importantly, it's so powerful. You are so powerful. With every breath, watch that red light grow. You watch it spread through your chest, down your arms, into your heart. As the red warmth light expands, notice how that black mist naturally begins to thin out. Anything lingering lifts off. It can't exist where your light is shining. And finally, imagine a brilliant, crisp white light washing over you from above. This is your clean slate. It washes away the last of the mist, leaving you standing in a space that is open, quiet, and clear. You are not new. You are just simply back to yourself, to the person that you are meant to be. Stay in this white space for a moment and silently repeat these words after me. I release what no longer serves me. I reclaim my energy and my focus. I am already a match for what I desire. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Feel the air fill your lungs. And as you exhale, know that you are leaving the heavy here. You are walking away lighter. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing that sense of ease back into the room. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And that's how we do a Mindset Matters. How's everybody feeling? Releasing what no longer serves us is something that we take for granted because we don't realize how powerful it truly is. And if you like meditations like this, there are several on the Fuel platform. There are several within my personal community, DMR method community. Yeah, the white light, it's powerful, isn't it, Becca? Yeah. So if you ever want to expand and learn more about the power of meditation, reach out to me. I'll be happy to provide even tailored meditations for you. We do a lot of tailored subliminal recordings and meditations within the community and within some of what I do for my clients. So I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will be back in a few weeks. But next week, I think it might be Allie, but I'm not 100% sure. But whether it's Allie or John, you are in excellent, excellent hands. It is Allie. Okay, great. Yeah. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Be good to each other. Bye bye. Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Coral. Thank you.